Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of No Me Digas, the Zoom edition. So I decided to explore the topic of queerness on these No Me Digas Zoom editions. And who better to talk about queerness than one of my dearest friends, Peter LaDuke. And without further ado, may I welcome my friend Peter.
Who's zooming who?
Peter!
Hello, darling. How are you?
Well, as you know, I changed my outfit because I saw yours. It
Yeah, because it's Wednesday, Wednesday.
is Wednesday. But who knows nowadays because of fucking quarantine, like the days just blend together.
Quarantina has taken over our life. It's
Yep.
day 962. No one's working. No one's riding. What the hell is
I don't know. And we still have like weeks of this.
going on? 1,000 more years. Mhm.
So
Yeah, it's
how
like, you know what we decided for 2020? Let's bring hell back. Remember that? What are we doing for 2020? We're bringing hell back.
Let's bring hell back.
Oh, it's just endless. It's endless. And I don't know what you're dealing with in Minnesota. I can't imagine, but in the Bay, specifically Silicon Valley, it is unbelievably irritating. And we don't even interact with everybody. You can't. It's impossible. Every, dinner or whatever, all of that kind of stuff is a process to do. But once it's been snatched away from you,
Yeah.
then what? What are you doing? What are you dealing with?
Well, so I mean, I'm working from home, so they gave me access to all the computer systems that I need to work from home. So I've been working 8 hours. I've been on my computer for 8 hours, and then after I work out because working out is keeping me sane, I feel. Um,
Bless you. I have not even attempted that part. Mm.
I mean, it's rough. That's why, like today, like hence, I'm a half hour late meeting you because I was like, I need to work out, and then we can like discuss.
No, I love that you're doing it. My partner Brendan has taken on a new hobby of skateboarding, and every day goes downstairs into the parking lot. We live in the middle of a giant city, and for hours until it's dark, records himself in slow motion doing new tricks on a skateboard, and then studies it and gets better at
Who the fuck does he think he is?
it. It's so cute, but it's so fucking irritating. Like now now you're gonna be a cool skateboarder. There's this other part of it though. Once you become a new skateboarder, you have to join clubs about skateboarding. So always in the background, I hear dude bros talking about skateboarding. I mean, if it makes him happy and gets him out of my hair, bless him, praise him.
Are any of them hot and over 35?
I mean, Brendan's 29, so
Oh no.
no, no, they're definitely not over 35. No, they're children.
Yeah. I bring that
Yeah,
up because in high school. I had a thing for like the skateboard boys. There was like some sort of hotness to them. I think it was there was because they were so aloof and they didn't give a shit. And I liked
yeah.
that attitude.
Well, like if their clothes just fit better, they would be gay icons because they're the only ones that had like a brand of streetwear for their hobby.
Right. Exactly. And that was the thing, the clothes. I couldn't deal with the clothes. Like
No,
I was
because they
just
were so ill-fitting, but you're like one tailor and you would look amazing. I get that the clothes are for movement, but ish. He hasn't gotten into that part yet. He does not online shop. He does not store shop. I do that all, so that aspect is not happening.
So your partner's hotter than the rest because you dressed him. Congratulations, Peter.
You know, you want it to be fun, but his body is so much better than mine. I really just end up dressing him if I was thin.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. So he's a 29-year-old that looks like he's a widowed wife in a Nancy Meyer movie. Like at any moment, he's going to leave me for Jack Nicholson and a turtleneck. So
So, I brought you on the show because, well, you're queer and we have a lot in common, and I just want to talk about like just our experiences like being queer, especially like I always think of when you and I used to like go out to the saloon, the gay bar in Minneapolis, surrounded by white gay culture, and we
yeah.
dress like we are now, and like
Well, white gay culture is really just straight culture with dick
yep.
sucking. That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
bland. It's all about physique. It it's all about like Levi's and that type of shit, which is fine. Do that, but I'd be judging you because you could be way cooler.
I just remember you told that one guy, like, well, you look cute in your khakis, but
Well, also like at that time in our lives, Obama was president.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so things were different. We could be different in the street
Yep.
because we have protection. Thank you,
Yeah.
Daddy Obama. But also, like, we were the only jabronis down there in capes and earrings and necklaces and swishing and like living our best life. And let's not forget, a lot of people wanted to deal with us and talk to us and interact.
Oh, yeah.
We did not want to. There was a lot of shutting down, a lot.
Yeah, I remember. Well, because it was annoying because it's like they wanted to be around us, but they didn't really, I don't know, they didn't, like, they wouldn't associate with us outside of the saloon because they'd be too scared to be with us outside of a quote unquote safe space.
Oh, 100%. And there was also a point, you know, back especially at that time where we were being collected.
Oh, God, for
It
sure.
was like, oh, I know him, but you really didn't know anything about either of us. I mean, let's not get it twisted. We had a lot of great friends that got it and wanted to be around us day, noon, night, breakfast, whatever. But yeah, there was a huge element to being collected. And now in San Francisco, the gayest place in the world, it's like that on steroids. It's the most disappointing gay culture I've ever seen in my life. It's
Yeah.
pathetic. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. The only thing they're really missing is the gym because forging a personality is way harder than gaining abs. And that's just what it is here.
Yeah. Well, I the thing is I used to blame it on location, that it's Minnesota, but no, it's not.
No.
It's like gay culture and it's the same everywhere.
Well, and part of that is like long term programming of hetero culture to be a man's man.
Oh,
And when a large percentage of the queer or gay community or any different community than white, anyone at all other than that masculine format still stands. And it doesn't even make any sense because if you really like to dive into it, it's worthless. We
yeah.
don't need protection anymore.
Right. No, exactly. Um,
You know, like that. It's very like, I don't know, caveman, stupid Bobo shit. And even like the wokest of the gays that we would deal with, especially in Minnesota, you're like, see you in 20 years. Bye. Like, idiot. Just so stupid. Couldn't even get out of their own way. And we would try to pull it out,
but no,
but so frustrating. I
they
was so glad to leave Minnesota.
yeah. But I mean, I thought that's, I mean, going back to location, like I would blame location, but I mean, I wasn't happy in El Paso, where I'm from. The difference with El Paso is that they were all Mexican over there, but it was the whole, they were Mexican, but they wanted to be white.
Well, everyone wants to be white.
Yeah. I mean, truth be told, I wanted to be white for the longest time and I just didn't realize it.
Yeah, it was like until like 21. And then it like switched. But hold on, let me just say one thing. Some of it can be location in a way, because I don't mean to generalize the entire area of San Francisco. That's not my point. My point is that that mood that we dealt with is still the majority.
Mm-hmm.
Here, because there's so many more people, you can still seek out more people that think like we do, especially if you get away from Silicon Valley, San Francisco, and go over to like Oakland. Because Oakland people are a little more free thinking, a little more loving, a little more educated in like a street way and not such a ugh way, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, totally. Um, but so how do we cope with this? How do we deal being surrounded by white gay culture?
You know, it's been my entire life. You know, I was adopted by white people, so like I get it. And I get why it's easier. There was a part of me for a long time that wanted just to fall into that. I don't think it's really dealing with it, honestly, for myself. I just ignore it.
Yeah.
It's not really shoved in my face as much as it is. Like it was more aggressive in Minnesota, where here you have to, like, you have to go into the city and seek out that type of bar. But you have other choices. It's more like the people you meet in the street, the people you meet at the little gay bar in San Jose or wherever this that it's kind of shoved in your face. But
Mm.
I just kind of have avoided people, all of them, like long before this.
I feel like I for the longest time I wasn't ignoring it. I was trying to fit in, but I would never attempt to dress like them or act like them. I guess for
Listen,
me,
there are limits. There are limits.
well, I think for me, I was waiting for them to catch up to me, you know?
That's a huge, and that like that responsibility though also for us specifically can be also related to being a person of any color.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge responsibility to explain or to bring along or to sand yourself down so they can handle it.
Yep.
But once you get past that, life is so much more fun.
Yeah.
I don't have a single gay friend in California. Not
What?
one.
Oh
Nope,
God.
not one. Isn't that bizarre?
Yes. That is very bizarre. Um, but I mean, I guess it might be a little different for you because you are partnered. You do have a partner though.
Yeah, so like that, oh, that part, that's when it really gets weird. And he's white. And he gets more angry about racial things than I do. Because I'm like, child, please, we've been doing this forever. And he's like, the injustice of it all, which is an odd combination. But I get it, because when you're still single, you have to immerse yourself in that, to
Yeah.
some degree.
Right.
Ugh. Oh, I forgot about that. I hate that part. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that part.
No. I mean, it's rough. It's hard out here for a pimp.
Well, when Quarantita is over, you can come out here and see it for yourself.
Well, what's the point? Like, I was like, you already told me it's the same. So
Well, we can go over to Oakland and really scoop a good scene, and like
yeah,
have fun, like we like to have fun.
yeah, totally.
There's the other weird part of it here is just a part of California's blood is like new age stuff, and it
Mm-hmm.
always kind of has been. And well, you dealt with this in Minnesota too. But like woke liberals thinking that they're super alert to everyone's strife, but
Mm,
like they're really just stomping on everyone by
mm.
being the loudest.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
And then getting
No,
offended.
you should see it for yourself because it's fascinating. Because no
Right,
one wants to admit it, but we all see it.
right. Especially the ones that they get offended when you shut them up.
You're like, not. This is actually not your space. So
Yeah, exactly.
you have every other fucking space. This is not
Right,
yours.
right, exactly. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't have to include you in everything. Bitch.
Okay, side check. You don't have to answer this, but did you get your Trump check? Because that's what I'm calling it. It was not a surplus, not a Trump check.
I did, I got it today. And I mean, it's mixed emotions because yeah, I could use the extra money, but
Right?
it's not gonna fix anything. And what kind of annoys me is that a lot of people are gonna think that it's helping and it's gonna help him get reelected.
Oh, wow. I mean, yes, that is a whole 6 hour conversation in
Right.
itself.
But I just want to point that
Yeah,
out.
no, for sure. I mean, I guess it depends on where you're from. We didn't get very much because, for a multitude of reasons, but we're also both working
Mm,
and we make California money. So even what 1,200 was the max,
yeah,
that's lunch here. Like, ooh, that wouldn't even cover a third of our rent.
right.
Like,
Exactly.
who cares? It's an insult here. So I don't know how any single parents are doing it. Even $500 plus a child, I mean, that is a slap in the face.
Yeah.
That is so ridiculous. But I don't even mean to go into that rabbit hole. I just more think it's insane that we actually got a check from Trump.
I know. It's ridiculous. I'm buying a food processor. Be-
Ooh,
yeah, I get to make my own hummus now. Yay.
that's really sticking it to him because you know you'd never eat it.
Right. Exactly. Fuck you.
I paid
I'm eating
I
hummus.
paid my Volvo car payment. Also, he would be pissed about that too. I think that's how we should spend
Should I send him some hummus?
it. You should have a thank you note.
Thank
And
you.
what a crazy time to be alive. I mean, of course, the issues at hand of queer culture and its history and its trajectory are huge right now.
Yeah.
But when we have to reset as a people like this,
Mhm.
the optimist in me wants to know that we're going to get better after this. Like
Yeah.
our generation, we had Bush, and that was hilarious because we weren't old enough to understand truly how terrible he was.
Right.
So that was the thing. And then after that, we had Daddy
Hmm.
for a good long time. And our roots are so racist that the pendulum had to swing to Trump. There's no way. I mean, she could have won by 20 million votes. Old white men were never going to let her win. They're terrified of her.
Yeah.
But you see that, like, even that affects our culture so heavily. Because, like I said, during those Obama years, we were kiki.
Yeah.
Like, we were untouchable for a minute there. And it was
Yeah.
amazing. We were all white for a second.
Right. Yeah. The gays were allowed to get married, or they finally
Yeah.
allowed them to get married.
Yes. Yes. It was like for the last 4 glorious years, we were all white.
Yeah.
And old white people, oh, sorry. I'm getting oh no. Oh no, I have to go outside because, so Brendan works for Unsaid Phone Company,
Uh-huh.
and they're all going off with public announcements. Ah!
Oh my God, run, run.
Yeah, and they all just say, wash your hands. It's California, wash your hands. Oh my God. That was terrifying for a minute.
So funny.
Sorry, I'm gonna go outside and have a cigarette because I was getting a little off track. Because once I start talking about Obama, it's over.
Is it because you're black?
It's because both times he was elected, I cried because I didn't believe he could be.
Oh, I mean, same. Like same. I remember. Well, I was in college, so I just got like wasted in celebration. Yay! You know?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're frozen. What's going on? Oh no, you're not frozen anymore.
Oh,
Yay!
sorry. Yeah. No. I mean, we were like, it was lush. But so what I was saying is that now with old doofus, he set us back 100 years.
Oh, for sure.
Whoever's next after his four more, fight me on it. It's gonna happen.
No, no.
Who's it gonna be?
Who
If the
knows?
pendulum were to swing back like fully, it kind of has to be a trans woman in a wheelchair.
I wish.
Like you can't go from Bush to Obama and then to Dumpy. Like it's got to swing back hard, or we're just done with having presidents after him. Like no, it didn't work out.
So we're done with democracy. Now what is it? What's
We're doing
next?
parliament. We're doing
What?
parliament, bitches. We're doing parliament.
We are reigning a queen. We will not.
Mm-mm. I think a queen of each nation state. Like I'm into that,
The
which
queen.
would be so.
Yep. Can you imagine Queen of Minnesota? Me?
It'd be queen of the Midwest.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh, that would never happen. You know, it would be some like white, blonde, skinny.
No, no, these are new times. These are new times.
Year.
It would be a single parent Latina mother of two.
Wow, that would be amazing.
That's what it would be. California would just straight up be a Native American chief.
Wow.
Mhm.
I
I mean,
can't
in a dream world.
wait. I can't wait for the future dream world that we have in store. What would we look like in terms of clothing? What do you think the clothes is gonna look like?
There's going to be hella masks, and white is going to come back in a weird way. Hella masks. Like, already designers are doing hella masks, which I'm way into because can I leave it on?
Because
For Valentina, can I leave it on? No, I love a mask, but a mask can't be for everyone. Black people are not going to get away with wearing masks into the grocery store or the gas station. That's
no,
not going to happen.
no, no, no. Um,
Like,
I, this whole mask wearing thing, though, I went to the grocery store the other day and I was wearing my mask, and it was the most uncomfortable thing because my glasses kept fogging up
yep.
and I couldn't breathe. And people were looking at me funny, which I was like, why are they looking at me funny? Like, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Like,
We're
this,
supposed to be doing this.
right. And also, I guess they were looking at me weird because mine is like, the material is of Coco, the movie, the Disney movie.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love.
Super cute, but of course, fucking adults were judging me for like wearing a Coco.
Well, were you also wearing a bright yellow mesh tank top?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
It was definitely the mask.
I wore this outfit to a Lizzo concert because it's fucking
That
Lizzo,
is absolutely where you should wear it.
right? And I got photographed because what was everyone else wearing? It was a bunch of like soccer moms that went to fucking go see Lizzo. I stuck
The
out.
black leggings.
The
Black
what?
leggings. Black leggings.
I stuck out at a Lizzo concert. Like, what the actual fuck? What?
Side note, thank God for her and what she has done for the queer community.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like, just being big and weird is enough for us. That's enough. Because we never get to see that ever.
No, we will take it and we will run.
Yes, we will take it. And she's from Minnesota, right?
She's not from Minnesota, but she got her start here.
Oh, okay, okay. I
So
love the idea. I wish I was there for that because I would have loved to stick out with you.
uh, yeah, it would have been great. I mean, I went with like my two Latina friends, so I mean, like we were fabulous together, so that was awesome.
That helps.
But it was just we were like in line to get into the venue, and we were just like looking around, and we were like, "What the fuck?" Like, and I didn't give a shit. I was just like, I literally was staring at people like, "What the actual fuck, really?" Like,
No one got it together. No one even tried.
I mean, a few queer people did, but I mean, like, whatever. I did get compliments from a good amount of chubby white women. They were like, "Oh my god, your overalls are so cute. I want them." And I'm like, "Too bad." And I would just walk away. I was like such a bitch. Like I did not give a shit. Like I was like, "Leave me the fuck alone."
You know how proud that makes me? So proud. So proud. You don't owe any of those motherfuckers nothing. So proud.
Yeah, it's
You know, way to come full circle because that's totally how it always felt going out.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Always. Always like that. And like we were bringing it, but we weren't Beverly Hills style bringing it. Like anyone could have bought those clothes. They were not custom. You can
Right.
get it all off the rack.
Yeah.
But I remember people like touching me on the street, my
Oh,
clothes. I mean, the ones that were touching me, I was okay with. But the ones that were touching my clothes, that's so weird. Were people doing that? Were they doing this to it?
I mean, it's annoying. And also, who gave you permission to fucking touch my clothes?
I know. Did you ever touch them back?
No, I didn't want to.
A lady, a lady, like full hand, of course, at a bachelorette party at the gay 90s, full hand held, like put her fingers through my hair and it's like, I love your hair. And normally I would slap a bitch, but this time I was like, oh, okay. And I just drug my hands through her hair and got like to this part and I went, oh, cute. And then I went like to get it off my hand and she was like, cool. It's like perfect. I got a little aggression on you and you're not gonna remember
Oh, so annoying. I still remember that game we used to play in the summer. Like drink every time you saw a Captain America t-shirt.
it. I mean, a sure blackout. A sure blackout.
Oh yeah. Like everyone.
That or like I mean, not to be really a picky bitch, but why do shorts need space for cargo? Get a purse, get a backpack, get a clutch, get a dog with cute little sacks hanging off the side.
Also,
Why?
what are you putting in those pockets?
Nothing. They're always empty. They're always empty.
Exactly. I don't understand it. I don't understand cargo shorts. I never did. I used to wear them. Okay, confession.
Did you wear them or have them bought for you?
Well, no, I used to wear them because when I was bigger, those were the only shorts that fit me properly because of the length. So if I
That is
wanted,
travesty. And I'm so sorry.
it was. I mean, because I owned like four pairs because, it gets hot here in Minnesota. So, those are
Oh,
the shirts.
there is a picture of me in my senior yearbook from 2003. What? She's so young. Where I am wearing like chino beautiful pants that happen to have pockets on the side. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? There's nothing in them. They're a flat cut. You couldn't have put anything in them anyhow. There was no space inside of them. They were literally extra fabric. And now this just came into my mind. I'm like, we need to start dismantling all of the cargo shorts because we need masks up in this bitch. And that's the perfect size. And it's already pleated.
Right.
Like, rip them off, sew it up. Done.
I love that. I love that.
That's the $1 million idea. I'm gonna do that.
Ban
I'm
car.
keeping notes for my $1 million ideas.
It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. Oh,
Well, I mean, herd mentality. It's all part of it. I just, like we were saying, I just wonder what's next as a people, as a world. I mean, screw us as a country. We're so jam-packed full of idiots. Who even cares? But, like, what do we do after this to make ourselves better? Because all of the other huge world events, people got better.
Yeah. I just I don't have any I don't have any optimism for the future. Like I don't think it's going to get better just because what Trump era has taught me is that the human race is fucking terrible. Or I should say Americans are fucking terrible.
No, because if you look around the world right now, everyone's got a dumb leader. Almost all of them.
I don't know.
I
I guess
mean, the Australian Prime Minister in the middle of that fire that's like gonna burn the whole country went to Hawaii and didn't tell anybody. He's like, bye, bitches, I'm gonna go breathe some fresh air. Bye. A
um,
billion animals died. And he was like, bye, I'm out. Gotta go. Sorry, I got shit to do, and it's in Hawaii. And he's a climate change denier.
really?
Yeah, and we all know, if we remember anything from school, Australia is the first to go.
Yeah,
Always the first to go.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
he doesn't care.
oh god.
That's what you get when you build a nation of criminals. Okay? No, I don't even get me started. That accent. God bless them. I'm sorry you lost a billion animals. That is horrific. It is heartbreaking. That shouldn't happen to any animal. To be burned up like that, snakes, spiders, I don't care. That's horrible. Maybe if your language didn't sound like you're always asking a question. I don't know. I don't know.
God about your thing with Australia with her accent because I told you about that show that I was obsessed with, and you were like, "Oh, it's Australia." No, I can't deal with the accent.
I can't. I won't. I can't. But I love them as a people. That doesn't mean they should be burned up or anything like that, or
No.
have a prime minister that's stupid. But I'm saying it might help if you've made a declarative sentence. That's just me. Are you having a cocktail or am I having a cocktail of stuff?
No, I don't drink anymore.
You're one of the few ever. You're one of two that I lost to AA and have maintained a friendship with.
Well, for the record, I never went to AA, but it was just, and the thing is, I don't even know what happened. I just stopped. Like it was just.
Do you think, just on our topic alone, if bars and clubs and all that shit was more fun where you are and you felt more included in it, you'd be a lush?
Probably.
I
Yeah.
see. There you are. I knew you were somewhere down in there.
So I guess
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
the white gay culture has helped me in a way. They helped me to quit drinking. Thank you, white gays.
That has done something for you. I mean, we've given them everything, so I'm glad that they at least made you sober because your skin looks amazing.
Oh my god, thank you. I drink a gallon of water every day.
Shut up. That is so unrealistic. How? What do you pee every 20 seconds?
I do pee like all the time, but I mean, like, here it is. Here's my jug. So this is actually like jug number 2. I've already finished one, so I just like refilled it for the day. But yeah, I pee a lot. But yeah, it helps with the skin, and it actually helps with the weight loss too. And it also helps with my attitude, and just makes me, I don't know, it makes me alert. So
I
I highly.
hate when people find something that everyone is like, do this and I'll make it better. And then they do it and it makes it better. And I'm still like, no. Like for myself. I hate it for myself.
um,
Like I still smoke. I mean, who smokes in 2020-ish? What the
yeah,
hell is that? It's disgusting.
Yeah, that was the other thing with cigarettes too, because I used to smoke as well, and it was one day I just stopped. Um, but for me, I got lucky because it was one day it just like it was gross to me, like it actually felt gross, and I couldn't smoke ever again. I don't know what it was, but it was disgusting for me. Like when I inhaled, like it tasted gross, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And then I stopped.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so elusive. I've never heard of that. And I've
Yeah.
never experienced it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, I can't say that I'm sober though because I still smoke weed. I mean, I'm only human. So,
Oh yeah, you're in Minnesota, so it's still considered a drug. I mean, yes, I've smoked weed forever, but it's nothing here. That
no.
was one of the weird first things to sell out. It was toilet paper, of course, the Bounty, the quicker picker upper, masks, because all the masks were gone from every Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, immediately offline, everywhere. And then weed.
Well, that makes sense because, weed. Um, I actually just ran out. And so it's been like what, four days now.
Okay.
Uh, but I mean, it's fine. I'm more productive.
You don't say.
um, yeah, I'm still waiting for that, like the crash, because when you stop smoking weed, you do get like anxiety, and
Yeah.
it hasn't
Being
happened.
sweaty and weird for a second.
Yeah,
Maybe it won't because you're drinking a freaking bathtub of water every day.
true. So I just have to keep drinking water for it.
You're
For me.
drinking water, you're exercising, you're cooking fabulous meals from what I'm seeing on your Instagrams.
Yeah.
Uh, you got a beautiful haircut. Your beard is coming in strong. All signs point to this quarantina has been good for you.
It has. And honestly, I feel like a little guilty that it's actually like
You should. Screw you. It's been horrible. I hate this.
I can't
This is
help it.
bullshit. I can't help it. My skin looks fabulous. I can't help it. I can't help it. No, I mean, God bless you. It's amazing. I'm happy for you. Like, I just don't have any of that in me. Ever. I never have.
I mean, there's a lot of fabulous qualities that you do have, though.
I mean, yes, sure, thank you. But I would still rather just have plastic surgery than ever work out.
Ugh, yeah, that's the thing. Well, so that's the thing though, because I want to remind people I used to weigh 400 pounds, like in high school. So like 20 years ago, 400 pounds. It's been a long journey. So I have a
That
lot
is
of,
a tremendous amount of weight to carry around on yourself.
yeah. So I mean, like I have a lot of excess skin, like everywhere. And so I've been like told that the only way to get rid of it is by having like plastic surgery.
The
Getting,
zipper,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
zipper, where it goes all the way around you.
But
Do
the
you
thing,
care to do that?
well, if I guess if I was in a different class, maybe, but I mean, as a poor artist, I can't afford it. So, but it's not something it's not a goal of mine. Like, I'm not like saving up like all my money to get
Like,
surgery.
someday I'll get this.
Yeah, like, no.
Yeah.
I have other goals for myself and I want other things in life.
Yeah.
If I ever become the next Oprah, well then probably I'll get all of it done, the whole enchilada.
If I become the next Oprah, I will have it done for you as an hour-long segment.
I mean, obs. It's not a goal of mine, and I want to go back to like gay culture and like dating because as we know, gay culture is all about the physique. Like,
Oh, and obsessed, 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 obsessed,
so
obsessed.
so yeah, being a bigger guy is not the greatest. Being non-binary is not the greatest. But I was dating this guy for a little bit, and one
Do I
time
know? Do I know?
think so. I don't think you ever met him, but this was years ago. But
Okay.
I I remember, well, one memory that will always be with me is one time after sex, I was like, I stood up to go to the bathroom and I came back and he looked at my stomach and he said, "So, do you ever plan on getting that fixed?" I was
What?
like, "Yeah,
Wait, wait, you were seeing each other. This wasn't a one night.
no, we were dating, and
Wow.
this is not the first time that we had sex. This was like maybe the third or fourth time, and
Okay.
just like, just randomly was like, "Oh, so do you ever plan on having that fixed, your stomach?" And I was like, "No." And he asked why, and I gave him that answer, like, well, I
He
can't
dug
afford.
in. He was like, tell me more. What a fucker.
I know.
After sex? You say that over breakfast. You never say it
Well, I mean, like we broke up like weeks later, probably like maybe the next week. Oh, it was actually right
right
before the election, the Trump election. We broke up. Yeah, we broke up the day after Trump got elected because it got worse. So he
after.
told me that. And
Okay.
then the day of the election, he came over because he was like, I don't want to be alone. So he came over and we were watching it. And we were watching it on my computer, and then all of a sudden he pulls out his phone, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just prefer to watch it on my phone." So we were watching the election on two separate devices while we were sitting on my bed, and then he has the nerve to tell me, "Oh, I know you don't want to hear this, but I really hope Scott is okay," which is his ex-boyfriend. And his ex-boyfriend has I forgot what, but there's some medical thing, and he just said, "Oh, because if Trump wins, he's worried about like his medicine." And I'm like sitting right next to him, and I'm like, I'm gay and brown. Like, hello, what about me, asshole? Because
Well, why the hell aren't you at Scott's house if you're so goddamn worried about
right, exactly. And he just, and then the icing on the cake was when he said, "Oh, I guess I really don't have that much to worry about. I mean, I'm still white."
Did you shoot him?
I wanted to. I went to the bathroom and then I came back. We didn't have sex. We just went to bed, and then the
He
next day
stayed over?
I was I was young and naive. But yeah, he stayed over, and then
I've never heard this.
really, oh wow.
No, bitch. I don't know any of this. This is news to me.
Oh wow.
Yes, because during that Trump time, I left Minnesota and moved back to Oregon. So
Mhm.
I wasn't in on this. And then it was like that settling period of everything. Oh my God. And he stayed. You probably didn't tell me because I would yell
Probably. No, what happened is you left. That's what it was. You left. Um, so we didn't really communicate that long or that much, you and I. And when we did, I didn't want to talk about that. You know what I mean?
right. Oh my God. Okay, so keep going. What happened then? Did you get hit
Well,
by a truck? Where is
day,
he at now?
so the next day I was like, well, I'm gonna break up with him, and I couldn't do it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna like wimp out and just break up with him over text. So I'm just gonna wait for him to leave. And then he decided to take me to work, which I was like, oh God. I was like, you don't have to. So he took me to work, and then like yeah, like an hour into work, I just messaged him like, oh hey, like it's over. And and then he
That was the message.
basically,
That was the message. Oh, hey, it's over.
hey, it's over.
So don't call me.
And of course he was like, what? And I was like, it's over. And he's like, why? And I was like, you know why, it's over. And weeks weeks and weeks later, I ran into him at the saloon, and he forced me to like talk to him. So we went outside and he was like, so I just, I just want to, I just don't understand like what happened. And I was like, you know what? It's just there's things that you don't understand and you never will. And he's like, things like what? And I was like, things that even if I explain it to you, you'll never understand. So there's no point in explaining it to you. Goodbye. And I just walked away. And
Good.
then a year
God, I wish I
later,
was that. I wish I was there for that.
oh my God, a year later, he sends me a text message and he was like, hey, I know you don't want to hear from me and you don't have to respond to this, but I just want to say that I'm sorry. Like I'm just reflecting back on that night, the election night. And I said a lot of stupid things. And you're right. I won't ever understand because I'm white. And the whole time, and I didn't respond, but I do want to point this out
Oh, I heard it. I know. Okay, go ahead. Point it. Point it.
to him, even though he won't watch this. But I didn't break up with him because he was white. I
No,
broke,
you broke up because he's a douchebag.
well, yes, douchebag, but also it's like the things that he doesn't understand is that whole body shaming me for one, and two, like,
Person of color.
yeah, doesn't give a shit about who I am as a person.
Nope.
So, I mean, and it's like, it's not because you were white. And I think that's what really annoyed me the most is that,
Yeah, because they'll never get it. They'll never get it. And they'll always make themselves the victim at the end of it. That's the white apology.
yeah.
At the end of it, oh, I'm sorry, it's because I'm white. No, it's because you're a fucking asshole that happens to be white. That's your tragedy, not your truth. Okay?
Exactly.
What a bitch.
I
If I ever
know.
see him, I'm going to throw a full glass of wine in his face.
There's
Glass included.
no
Uh-huh.
point. And like I haven't seen him in years and hopefully I never will. So
No, hopefully you will, quarantine ballerina. You're going to come out of this and be like, how do I look? Didn't get it fixed, worked it. How about that? He just goes, right by him.
truth be told though, men are bored because I've been getting a lot of text messages from all these guys that I've like spoken to from the past, like just out of the blue, like, oh hi, how's it going? And I'm like, oh
I
god.
wonder who I would be in this quarantine if I was
Oh. Would you break the
single.
rules and like be a hoe anyway?
Yes,
I
of course.
mean,
Duh. I mean, but like, you have to be like a solid 8 in my mind for you to get through the door. And then I would 409 you at the door, and these are not going to touch, and you're going to have a mask on the whole time. An N94.
that
But
actually
no.
not.
I know, right? But no, it's weird with a partner, like, we're around each other way more than any couple. Gay, straight, queer, lesbian, whatever you want to identify your partnership as. It's too much. It's too much.
Mhm.
And I get the single part of being gay can suck or can be great. I get that. But during a quarantine, like it doubles down. And
No.
now I'm not turned on. I've
Mm.
seen too much. Love him with all of my heart. Always. I've seen too much. I'm not hot for you. Okay. It's not. Sorry. Like, maybe you'll get a pee boner in the morning, but too stressed. Too stressed. It's like, been there. I can't. I'm tired. And now, like, I'm still working. So that's the other part of it. Is that
Mhm.
I'm still going into the stores that I work at, and I'm doing jobs that would normally have hired out. So like I'm tired. I am not interested. And then I also come home to like I'm a very clean person. And I come home to a fucking disaster every day. It's like, who is here? Guns N' Roses? Like, what the hell? Why is the house a mess? You've been sitting at the desk all day. Like, why is the entire house a mess? Glad you made lunch 4 hours ago. Could you wipe down the fucking counter? Like, afterward, like, it's the weirdest thing ever. It's like, are the socks on parade? You're here all day. We live in a one bedroom apartment in the middle of Silicon Valley. It's this fucking big. Could you sweep? No. No. And God forbid I fucking say a word about it. We were on the phone. You and I were on the phone the other night. And he sat down next to me and I was like, you're in my zone. You're in my zone.
I remember.
Like, I can't. You're just too close. He runs at like 125 degrees and it's adorable and I love him and he's sweet. I shouldn't be bitching about it. I shouldn't. Get out of my zone. Get out of my zone. Get out of my zone. I don't want you. Love you. I will cuddle you every night for a good 30 seconds. And then the rest of the time, it's Frosty the Snowman over here. Because I am stressed to the max. Can't do it. But at the same time, I feel like I'd be a real hoe. Because that you just let in, let out. Like, you know?
Yeah.
They're not digging through the laundry closet that I just organized. Okay. They're not making a pizza on a pan with two other pans in the oven, so everything in the oven is soggy. Like, they're not doing shit like that. They're just coming in, coming out. That'd be easier. I don't know what married people with kids are doing right now. God bless you. Good luck. I wish I was a divorce attorney because I'd be rich as hell after this is over.
Oh, Peter, you are a delight.
I mean, but it's the true, right? Like, have you talked to other friends that have partners? Like, God, I love you so much. Leave.
Yeah, I have, and I'm not gonna call anybody out. But
No.
yeah.
You know, I don't want him to leave. Obviously, don't want him to get sick. I'm in, like, this is my relationship. This is my, what is it? Lobster? Penguin? Some shit like that. Some white people shit. You know what it is? It's my Black Widow.
You're funny. So we have come to the end of the podcast. But before we go, I do want to ask you a question, Peter, or actually not necessarily, well, it is a question, but it's more so I want to know what you want to tell the people out there. Like, if you can leave a message for the listeners, what do you want them to know? What do you want to say? This is your chance. What do you want to tell them?
Okay. Let me think about it for 20 seconds. Got it. I would want the listeners of your show to really know and understand that in this format, in this time, we might be giving harsh realities to memories or things that really affected us in a deep way. And in this time frame, you're not going to get to explore all the backgrounds of that. You're not going to get to know why we feel so strongly about what we do feel so very strongly about. So, give us a little forgiveness in there. Give us the benefit of the doubt that this isn't just a flippant conversation that we can work out our rage on the white gay community, because that's not it. That's not it at all.
Exactly.
It's us trying to process and figure out from our experiences the best way to navigate and move forward as queer leaders, because both you and I, whether we want to be or not, are leaders.
We're pioneers.
And I would hope that someone out there, something in our conversations sparks something that they want to become a leader in their conversation or in their community. To be, that doesn't mean that you're giving all of your life to it, but it does mean being accessible to the conversation and being ready to be attacked for the conversation, because that's part of it. That's part of life. I mean, if you can swear at a bitch for parking in your spot, you can get cussed out for what you say on a podcast. That's just what it is.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And on that note, we say goodbye. All right, listeners, thank you so much for viewing this. Hasta la próxima.
Bye.